Receiving content. Stream starting soon. Here we go. And as I've discovered, everything I say while it's receiving content is also part of the stream in the end. Time to pop the chat out and get started. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Nato Marquis. Jashi, welcome. First one to the stream. How are you doing today? Today, I'm continuing kind of on the fly here. I just decided I wanted to get a stream in. And I guess it's not been a chaotic day. It's just been a very busy day. So I thought, you know what? Kind of want to get back to a relaxing shiny hunt here. So that's what I'm doing today. This is hunt number 3. And this will be the first encounter of the day. I always let the full animation play on the very first encounter. Major Black Rose, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? And I never get it on the first try. Although technically I don't consider it first try until I actually pull a shiny out on the very first encounter. So technically if 1 is passed, probably 100 is passed, I would say we're in the 200s easily. First was the Smash stream, then the Splatoon. Oh, that Splatoon stream was great. Actually, the Smash stream was awesome too. I mean, all of it was great. Yeah, I'm happy to see you here. That's awesome. Hope you enjoy it. This time it's a more relaxed, kind of a discussion style scenario here of just sitting around and talking about whatever, really. So I guess topic of the day is Gen 4 Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and... Well, actually, just Diamond and Pearl. Platinum didn't come out till later. But Diamond and Pearl, today is the 12-year anniversary of Diamond and Pearl coming out. God, I loved those games. And yes, I would die for a remake for the Sinnoh series. That'd be incredible. Today would be the day to announce it, I guess, so we didn't get it, but... Either way, I logged more hours into Pokemon Diamond than I think I've ever logged into any Pokemon game ever. I guess I'm okay. I could complain, but shrugs your shoulders. Well, hey, we can all complain, right? Never does any good, though. That's what I learned. It either falls on deaf ears or people judge me for it. Speaking of Smash, when is your next Smash stream? When is my next Smash stream? I think the main problem is because I'm new to streaming. I haven't really gotten a schedule together. I haven't... Actually, let's back up 5 pages here. I haven't gotten much of anything together when it comes to any of the series. I've got like 4 series that are on the bubble, waiting to get started. And then as for the live streams, they're kind of on the fly. I thought Smash would be a good weekend thing, because I do enjoy Smash. I'm not as good as I wish I was at Smash, and the only reason I really want to be good at this point is so I can actually keep up. It's not just so I can smash people down and be like, oh yeah, I'm better than everybody, but you know, I'm humble about it. It's actually just so I can have a fun time, because if everybody is bad at the same time, it's a really fun time. If everybody's really good at the same time, same thing. When you're on the same skill level, it's a better time than when there's a gap. Right now, there's a gap between me and like everybody else. Nonetheless, I do like weekend streams or Friday night for Smash. But most of my streams are on the fly anyways. Judging sucks, mate. It's depressing, but sure, what can you do? Oh, no, everybody's going to judge about something, right? But not me, though. It's a waste of time. Either way. Hopefully you're feeling better at some point, man. But nonetheless, I guess that would be... topic of the day. Just thought I would come in here and say hi and at least show you some support to distract my thoughts. Hopefully it distracts it from a little bit. That's what this is for. Some people say that if you have to look for an escape, you're in the wrong line of work. I say no. Even if I was in video games or programming in any way of design, then I would still look to playing video games on stream as a form of escape. That's what this is. It's just my form of escape. It doesn't mean that I don't like my life. It just means that at some point I don't want to have to worry about paying bills and mowing the lawn so that the lawn is staying healthy, things like that. It's an escape. And that's what it can be for anybody. Friday Night Smash. Doesn't that sound nice? Friday Night Smash. I think one of the problems, though, is that I didn't play Smash so much so because I didn't know if I would draw enough of a crowd to have enough people that I know in here at the same time. A lot of people I know are on different time zones, but I didn't know if I would be able to pull everybody in and actually do like a hosted room, or if I'd have to go online and just battle randoms until somebody came in, which is also not a problem. I could do 1v1 so long as even one person's here, so that's not a problem at all. Who knows, maybe Friday Night Smash will be a bit of a tradition. Fat Rikage, how is it going, man? Welcome again. Continuing the full odds Articuno hunt. Today is the 12-year anniversary of Diamond and Pearl. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to stream Diamond and Pearl. I mean, to do that, I'd have to either pick up an emulator or download an emulator, which that's not hard. I got a friend that's doing it now, I guess. It's not a bad thing to do, but it just seems weird to try and pick up something like that now. It's totally unplanned. I didn't have enough. Heck, I put this all together 15 minutes in advance because I already knew how to do it. Wait, why are you choosing the software? I barely know anything about Pokemon Let's Go. So this is a form of soft reset in this game, or I should say it's the form of soft resetting in this. So what I'm doing is closing out the software like you would do with a soft reset on a Nintendo DS. Then I'm rebooting it and rolling the dice again for the shiny odds. And I'm going to keep doing that until the end of time, or at least until I get an Articuno. Friday Night Smash sounds like a good title. That's awesome, man. That's I think that's the first time anybody's actually, I don't know, responded or requested to me in any way to have like a tradition, something, you know, or not a tradition, more so like a weekly scheduled event. Friday Night Smash. Part of the reason I can't really commit to too much on schedules is because half the time I'm like, all right, when am I going to actually get started? When am I going to get some stuff done and get in here and actually set up and get going? So half the time, like I say, I post stuff like 10 minutes in advance. Nope. Gotta watch Articuno. That thing is a very subtle shiny. If I'm not looking, well, it's a pretty exaggerated shiny sparkle. Oh, you know what? Actually, I just reminded myself, actually. The shiny sparkles. So in the thumbnail, I put the shiny sparkles from Gen 4 around Articuno. Or wait, did I? Actually, it might have been Gen 5. Okay, maybe not. Whatever. It's the 12th anniversary of Gen 4. I had to stream some Pokemon today. I'm actually getting more into streaming now than I ever have been. Now, I don't want to make it a main thing. Like, I'm not saying I'm a routine streamer. It's kind of an occasional streaming thing. So, let's see. Major Black Rose gave a shout out to Makai to let the peeps know I was live. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that, Major. You know what? I'm actually bashful. I'm full-blown at this point, admittedly bashful about, like, self-promoting around servers my own stream. It feels weird, but it just feels... Well, both of it. It feels weird to say that because I know nobody probably judges, and I also feel like doing it makes me just feel weird. I don't know. Trashy says, it's funny how I'm a mod in another channel, but but the chat is a bit toxic, but I love how this chat is chill. Dude, I'm really happy that this chat is chill. And the reason is like, I don't have chat bots right now. I don't have anything set up like that, and that doesn't mean I'm not going to. It just means right now I don't require it. If somebody does come in here and troll, I can catch it pretty quick, take them out myself. I don't need mods yet, I don't think. I do have one mod that I put only because I had to have one mod, I guess, to watch out as I got into things a little bit. William Thompson, sorry, I was going to say hello, and then I kept going on a ranting point. Same thing with Carlos Torres. Welcome to my stream, both of you. I hope you're having a good night. Or whatever time zone you're in. But welcome to the Shiny Hunting stream. The other channel I'm a mod is quite full of drama. Well, my no drama policy is pretty easy to going. I don't see any reason to start drama over a bunch of video games because the reason I'm even playing video games is because I want to sit back and escape the reality I'm in and relax. It's not a place where I want to go and debate and, you know, talk about things that are overly serious or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I like this stream way more than the other channel, but I did know the person for 7 months and we're good friends. But it's the problem with just the chat in his channel. I hope that never happens here. I'm really glad, dude. I'm really glad that you like being here and you think it's chill and relaxed. Also, it's a bit not family friendly. I say I'm PG, and the reason I say I'm PG is because I don't want to crucify everybody out there for like minor swears. I don't swear a lot, only because I guess I get it out during work hours. It's bad to say, but all my swears are out during the work hours. I don't want to swear. I don't want to, like a fellow streamer of mine kind of says, he doesn't want people, like their kids, watching me. I don't want to be the reason that somebody's kids or somebody learns a bunch of swear words or thinks it's... I don't want to be the example why somebody thinks it's okay to swear. That said, I don't want to just ban every single swear word only because in some countries those swears aren't as bad. In some countries they aren't even swear words. And, you know, somebody drops it in chat. I don't want to make it awkward by being like, hey, watch your language, man. I know we've known each other for so long, but watch your language. You know, I try not to make it super awkward. So small, little, tiny swears, I'll let them go through. But, William Thompson, I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. That tells me that you enjoyed my content and tells me that I have everything set up in a way that you thought I was worth your time. That's awesome. Hopefully you enjoy everything for a long time to come, because I do put effort into this, and it starts to show on the effort, or I should not say on the lack of, not effort, but knowledge. So sometimes I actually do get slightly self-conscious about like looking at my stuff and thinking it's not as high quality as the professionals. It's not as high quality as somebody with a very powerful laptop and a lot of time. But in the end, I'm like, you know what? It doesn't need to be. The main stuff is here. So that's what I'm going to go for, and I'm really glad. So thank you again, William. I appreciate that. Carlos, anybody want a Meltan? I'm fine. I do have Meltan on Pokemon Go. But other than that, though, I don't have the shiny Meltan. I know that I don't even know when they seem to go through events right now, but I will be fine. I'm all right without Meltan. But very kind offer. I remember that was actually kind of fun, the Meltan debut. I know that Meltan didn't, like, some people liked it. Melmetal definitely had some fans and some haters. Exo, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Thanks for dropping by. I hope you have some fun. I should say Exopath. Or, I can't see your icon all the way, but you have the Exopath icon, so it's alright if I refer to you by Exopath, I believe. The Meltan reveal, as I was saying, was actually pretty cool. I don't think it was a good ambassador Pokemon for this game. It's very out of place. But as a reveal, that was awesome. How people were going crazy with speculation trying to figure out what that was. Oh, really? Huh. You see, that's one of the problems of using the open broadcast, is I can't see who or when somebody subs or likes. I can see that I have likes. I do appreciate it. I always appreciate likes. That means that you guys are responding. Oh, 5. Okay, see, I got to refresh it. Thank you, guys. I know William was one of them. I'm sorry I can't call you out because I don't have notifications on. I closed YouTube except for the chat to keep the stream running at a better resolution, better quality. So I can't shout out who subbed. So if you want, you can just be like, hey, it was me. And I do want to thank you guys all personally, so I do appreciate that. I can call you anything. Exopath. I have some respect. I have enough respect not to abuse when you say, call me anything. So, absolutely. But Exopath will work just fine. How are you doing tonight? And thank you, Trashy. Eventually, I feel like I'm going to get my setup better. This poor computer, well, I shouldn't say poor computer. This thing's alright. It's just, it's average at best. It used to be pretty good, and now I'd consider it average. But nonetheless, it's getting the job done, so. Now, as for things like sound effects, in-chat games, chatbots, any of that, I'd have to give it some more thought. I'm not sure yet. Watching this live stream, doing your homework, almost done. Hey, that's, you know what? That's an interesting point that I kind of brought up to myself in my head. So let me know, or let me let you know what I'm thinking, because I'm just talking to myself at that point. You said you're watching this and doing your homework, And it comes to me that I'm just thinking back to like high school, and earlier than that is I didn't have live streams. They didn't exist. So it's actually kind of cool. I've never experienced, I mean, I guess I could have done it in college, but I've never experienced like just sitting back and chilling to somebody's stream and doing my homework at the same time. Usually I put headphones on or crack a window, open the windows, crack them open, turn up the speakers, and play music entirely too loud. Hey Sky, welcome! There's my mod I was talking about, Skyheart Demon. Thanks for dropping by, I really appreciate that. Welcome Erica! Welcome to the stream, I hope you have a good time, and you know, I'm sure that saying hey twice is good. My teacher hates me, so there's that. And she decided to give me the silent treatment today. I know that you definitely struggle with your teacher. I really sympathize with that, you know? It's sometimes annoying that teachers do have too much power. And what I mean by that is they have, not power, they have influence. They have influence directly over your life. And they can send you home feeling bad about your life every single day while they go home and cook dinner and get a paycheck for it. So, you know, I can't sympathize 100%. Well, no, I can. I had those teachers, Exo. Normally I can't sympathize. This one I can. I hope it gets better for you. I hope you can drown them out and learn what you need to learn. There are things that you definitely are going to want to learn, and there's things that you're going to learn in a bad way, like that teachers aren't always the golden role models in life. And I just hope you can weed it out, sort it out in your own mind, and strive to not be like that, you know? That's the best you can do, is just take their example of what not to be. What the heck is this chat? Canada? This chat is so nice. Well, Canada is nice, so yeah, that's a good equivalation or equivalence. Yeah, I'm glad the chat is really nice. Hope you get it soon, Carlos. I always hope I get a quick shiny. I never do. Well, that's not true. I guess I was referencing Gen 4. Gen 4 is the anniversary today. It's the 12-year anniversary of Diamond and Pearl. And last year, I shiny hunted Dialga to kind of get back into Pokemon. And it was under 1,000 encounters. I wasn't exactly paying attention to how much I was counting the encounters, but it was definitely a quick one. I got a shiny Dialga, and I thought, oh man, that's awesome. That was probably the quickest I ever got. What time is it for me? It is 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. In the afternoon, of course. Nani? Says Exo. Yes, Nani. Or is it Nani? I don't know how to actually pronounce that. I know it's a meme. I know it means what? And I know it's the meme because of the way it's pronounced. But I don't know if it's Nani. Nani? I'm not actually sure. Stream seems nice to be going. Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped lines there. Stream seems to be going well so far, mate. Thanks, Major. I take that highly from you because I know that you have a lot of streaming experience, and when you say it's going well, I take that with wisdom from somebody who's had a lot of experience doing it. Don't you know why humans have toes, Trashy? Humans have toes so that it was an evolutionary thing. We have toes so that we can find furniture in the dark. That's what they're for. Carlos says, RIP. I really hope that you're not saying that because I accidentally soft reset over the shiny. I really, really, really hope. I feel like you guys would be going crazy if I did, right? I know that I'm a little distracted with the chat here. Now I'm paranoid. When you say RIP on a shiny stream, it's you know, a heart attack. I kind of want to back it up and look, but not that one. It's a very exaggerated shiny sparkle. I mean, I don't think I would miss it, but anyway, is one allowed to speak Japanese or nah? I mean, you're welcome to, but try to translate it for us, because otherwise I kind of have to rely on just knowing that you wouldn't swear in another language on my stream. I mean, I trust you enough that you wouldn't do that, but at the same time, just kind of pick and choose. That's all. I'm not going to get on you about it for sure. It's just Make sure that that you're not swearing, because I don't want to have to go back and filter this all out later. But I'm pretty sure you wouldn't do that. Are you a Pikachu? Because you are shockingly beautiful. Haha, the puns. That was such an unexpected pun. Nope, no shiny there. Everybody stubbing their toes? Everybody... Oh, the toe. Okay, good. Good. Sorry, Carlos. R.I.P. in a shiny stream. Like I say, that's a very... how do you say it? Anxiety-prone word, or really abbreviation. I don't want to see that and be like, what'd I do? What'd I do wrong? If I were a Nidoqueen, you would be my Nidoking. And I would peek at you through the door, right? Puns for days. Is Nidoqueen your favorite Pokemon? Oh, that's a coincidence. Mewtwo. Oops. Don't want to get ready to battle until I'm ready. By the way, I have a terrible strategy for this. For one, I did not set the nature on Articuno. So anybody that doesn't know, there's a fortune teller in Saffron City that you pay money and she predicts your fortune. Basically, you can pick whatever nature every Pokemon you encounter is going to have for the day. I didn't pick Articuno's nature. It's just going to be whatever. Now, Articuno can pull off a multitude of natures. So I guess that's, it's got that going for it. But then my plan is I have to defeat this thing in 5 minutes. So I'm going to spam Horn Drill until it lands. It's a terrible strategy. But nonetheless, it has worked. I had to test it to make sure, I wanted to make sure I could actually take this thing out in 5 minutes, just in case. Major Black Rose says, looks like Nido has himself a fangirl. All right. Everybody's got to have one. Eevee would sizzle slide into your DMs by then. If I were a Miltank, I'd use Attract on you. Ha 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 ha. Do we have a... Oh, yeah, we do. I was going to say, you have a Miltank, but you don't have a male cow, but I guess it wouldn't be Tauros. Well, I guess Tauros would be a bull, but Bouffalant would also be a bull, so... Well, no, he's a buffalo. He just looks like... No, okay, he's not. He's a buffalo / bull hybrid-looking thing. Is there a bull Pokemon? I mean, Tauros is pretty much as close as you're going to get. That's a bull, right? Tauros is Spanish for bull, so that's a bull. So I guess there is. My point stands. On nothing. Horn Drill it till it lands can be a pun too. I am going to Horn Drill and spam that Horn Drill until it lands. Oh, well, okay, I guess if it misses 5 times, I'm done for, right? Like literally, if it doesn't land, then I have to switch moves. Except I blew probably a good minute of my time trying to land a Horn Drill. So, but am I blushing? No, I don't think so. I think I'm all right. Isn't Tauros technically count as the male version of Miltank? Yeah, I had to think about it for a second, just because I don't know. Tauros doesn't feel like a bull to me, but I mean, literally, Tauros is it's the Latin, the Italian, and the Spanish word for bull in some variation. So yeah, it's a bull. I don't know why that tripped me up. I wasn't thinking. Just reading back up through the chat, make sure I didn't miss anything. I think we're good. The only thing I'm not good on is getting this shiny. Meltan would melt for you. I had said when they came out, I said, this thing is Meltan my heart with its cuteness. And then it evolved. I thought Meltan was going to evolve to be like this corrosive thing. And instead, it turned into a... I don't know. It just seemed like something that was gonna, if Meltan were facing a Steelix, it felt like Meltan was going to corrode the Steelix slowly through not a poison but a corrosion mechanism. Instead, he just got really big and he just punches him in the face. Totally not what I thought that was going to evolve into. It's like 25 minutes. Yeah, it is. All right, been live for 25 minutes. Nothing. Want to register your number in my PokeNav. I have a link cable. I just need something to link to. Unfortunately, a lot of people probably don't even know what a link cable is. Good times. Speaking of good times, anybody have any good memories from Gen 4? Again, I keep throwing this out there for some reason, but today is the 12th anniversary of Diamond and Pearl, and I think my favorite thing about the game, well, actually, I think just about everything was my favorite thing, because I spent way too many hours on that game, breeding and breeding and breeding to make the perfect teams, trying out just hundreds of combinations to make battling competitive teams. Hunted well over 300 shinies. I think, yeah, I'm probably in the 300 range for that game alone. And that was probably the first time I completed a full Pokedex from multiple generations outside of Gen 2. How many hours am I going to be live streaming for? I don't know. I was thinking of going maybe 2. It's not going to be a super long one. I went 5 hours for Splatfest. It's not going to be like that. Is that a pseudo-voodoo in your pocket, or you just happen to see me? Yeah, it's, you know, I got 2 of them. They're in their Pokeballs. Game Boy trading, yes. Link cable, Game Boy trading. Way back in the day. It looked like it skipped an evolution from tiny to muscular, Erica says about Meltan. Yeah, I mean, it was a unique way to do it. I don't know, what do you want to call it? Like a group evolution. I don't know, what do you want to call that? It's like a flocculation evolution. I don't think that's the right word for it. I mean, flocculation means a gathering, but it's like a flocculent evolution. All these Meltan get together, and 100 of them, and boom, you've got a Melmetal. But it just didn't seem like it was gonna look like that. If I caught a Jirachi, I would ask it to grant my wish. And baby, my wish is you, Winky Face says. Major. Ah, the puns continue. It was heading here eventually, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'll be doing tonight, using Pokemon pickup lines. If this is not the place of the time, I don't know when is. Well, you know, I guess a gaming bar would be the place. There's a few of those around the world, right? Yes, Nito, it is time you tell them about us. Do you mind if I play Smash a little, then come back? Oh, yeah, absolutely. You're fine. I don't obligate anybody to be in my stream. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a good time while you're here, but, you know, if you want to play Smash, or you got homework, or, you know, anything like that, no worries. No worries at all, and especially considering the type of stream this is, you may come back and nothing happened. That's why I'm such a discussion-oriented person. I like to discuss, because if I'm, I mean, what else was I going to be doing while I'm shiny hunting anyways, right? You're covering the Croesus gang again? Yes, Jody, I will cover the streams where he does not. Don't ask me what... I don't know what possessed me to stream today, but I was just like, you know what? It's like, I guess it was just because of all the yard work and all the work at work, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stream for a little bit, like 1.5, 2 hours, something like that. You'll be back in 40 minutes? All right, Trashy, I'll catch you when you get back. My favorite line, and I invented this, by the way. Like a procrastinating Pokemon trainer, I'll catch you later. Anyways, Jody. Yeah, Carlos, it is Pun City. Population us. But Jody, I will be happy to cover the stream, and thanks for popping by. Hopefully you enjoy it. You were here for the last Pokemon stream, and just about as much got done in that stream as has been in the last half hour here, so... But that's how shiny hunting goes. It feels like wasted time, because it kind of is. I mean, literally, if you think about it, if you could get the shiny on the first try every time, you'd save so much time. Gasp dramatically. When I look at you... Oh, boy, come on. I knew it wasn't going to be long before that one. It wasn't going to be long at all before this went south so fast. Metapod. Oops. Well, Articuno, not playing nice, are you? This is stream number 3, and I'd say I'm like 5 hours in and nothing. Now, 5 hours of a shiny hunt, sometimes that's just a good start. But, I mean, I have a video, I think it was like the 2nd or 3rd video on my channel, period. Shiny Shinx. Speaking of Gen 4 memories, since I keep trying to steer it back to Gen 4 here. Shinx. I was just kind of testing my equipment and messing around with a Shinx hunt. And so I was starting the chain in a radar hunt in Pokemon Diamond. I swear it was like, I think it was 2 or 3 in. I say it at the start of the video. I was like 2 or 3 into the chain, and the chain maxes out at 40. I was 2 in or 3 in, and I found a shiny Shinx. And then I found another one very shortly after that. So that would be an example of a very, very quick shiny hunt. I got my business done. I went in, got the shiny, got out of there, boom, before breakfast was even done. That was a first thing in the morning thing, too. Well, it's not a waste. The puns and talking to you make the time good. Absolutely. I mean, that's absolutely the best part about doing this, because otherwise it would be like I would be doing this while multitasking, so it'd be something that I was already going to do, and hey, while I'm doing it, I might as well go ahead and shiny hunt. But doing it this way, it's good times. It's kind of fun to talk. So that's why I say this is definitely the best way to do a soft reset shiny. It's actually not that bad to do a soft reset on a Switch either. I mean, this is pretty comfortable. Wobbuffet? Wabba Wabba. Has anybody... Have you guys watched the Pokemon anime at all? Since you said Wobbuffet, that's where I steer the conversation immediately. I know I have not seen the entire anime. I mean, there's over 1,000 episodes. But I came back for XY and XYZ. I'm sure I'm not alone on that. I think a ton of people did. But then I actually did give Sun and Moon a chance, and Sun and Moon Ultra Adventures is the second one, and then the third one is not out. Well, it's in progress. But has anybody watched the Sun and Moon, any of that? Kecleon can change its type by color. But baby, you changed the speed of my heart without an ability. Well, you know what? You got one mean look, because I can't seem to escape the broom. Oh, the puns. And they just keep adding more Pokemon, and they keep adding more abilities, and then we end up with these crappy puns. What is our life? What are our lives? No worries, everything is good. Articuno, it would be better if you would, you know, give me a little sparkle. Throw me a bone. I've been soft resetting for you for a while. I mean, I know this is full odds, but that doesn't mean you have to use all of those odds. Trust me. I'd be fine if you just decided that I've had enough. Prepare for trouble and make it double. Yeah, so I've been watching Pokemon. Well, I watched most of Sun and Moon, and I'll be honest, I skipped through some of the filler episodes. I did not have to skip too much through Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon definitely wasn't as mature as Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Or I'm sorry, Ultra Adventures. Ultra Adventures actually started out incredibly. I was very impressed. Then it went straight into filler episodes and crap for a while. And I don't particularly like how the plot was written. But then a couple of the episodes I've seen now, things are picking back up. Reminds me of my theory of what Mimikyu is. I think Mimikyu is a Lovecraftian monster. Mimikyu is what happens every time somebody says, and okay, I'll tell you exactly. Let me back up. Here's how Mimikyu is formed. You know those people that take a look and they see any Pokemon in the Pokedex, and they immediately say, "Is that Pikachu?" Boom, Mimikyu. You know somebody that looks at Kirby, sees Kirby and says, "Hey, is that a Pikachu?" Boom, another Mimikyu. That's how they spawn. They are spawns of our uneducated and ignorant culture to the world of Pokemon. And they will grow. Mimikyu will be everywhere. That's the origin of Mimikyu. You heard it here first. I think I need a Paralyze Heal because you're stunning. Well, thanks, Erica. The puns just keep rolling in. They're rolling in faster than a Doniphan after 6 moves. Actually, it'd be 5 moves. Yeah, 5. Or a Shuckle. Pikachu sucks. Well, obviously, I've got Pokemon Let's Go Eevee for a reason. So you see where my stance is on that. Mimikyu is created every time TD gets mauled by Believe in TD. Oh, then there would be too many Mimikyu running around the Alolan Islands. Everybody would have to evacuate. The Alolan Islands would look more like your Conan Island. The Makai Conan Island. Every now and then I like to hit refresh and just check to make sure everything's looking good. I haven't actually checked to see if anything sounds good, so I'll let you guys let me know. Does everything sound alright? I didn't change any settings since Splatfest, so I'm assuming everything should be just fine. And I have no loose cables, no loose wires, otherwise you guys wouldn't be responding to me, so everything should be alright. Can roll faster than Snorlax. Doing rollout is what that's supposed to be. Remember when Doniphan or Donphan? Ah, oh, geez, now I can't remember. I think I said it wrong for years. I used to say Doniphan. I think it's just Donphan. Phanpy and Donphan. Anyway, remember when that Donphan was introduced to the world at the start of Mewtwo Strikes Back? I liked when they used to introduce Pokemon like that, where you would just see it and it's like, what in the heck is that? No clue, but they give you the name right on the spot, and you're like, all right, sweet. They just revealed a Pokemon for fun. Makes sense. The theory still... Makes sense. The theory still think it's a Lovecraft-based because... anyone gazing its true form, they die horribly. Oh, that's not exactly true. I mean, they brought Meowth back, right? Oh, you didn't see that, though. You guys, alright, this should be reason enough to watch the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. For one, Mimikyu kills Meowth because Meowth looked underneath its drag and saw its true form. And they actually show Meowth sitting there floating in the water. Well, actually, it's censored in some countries. But nonetheless, it killed Meowth. And they actually had to do CPR to bring him back. And then they also defeated Ash. Like, Team Rocket legitimately battled Ash fair and square and beat him without any help, any cheating, nothing. So I would say the Sun and Moon anime brought a few new things for sure. I mean, they definitely broke down some borders when people thought that it wasn't going to be anything near as good as XY and XYZ. They got them. And I'm telling you, at the start of Sun and Moon Ultra Adventures, it hits the fan. And I mean hard hits the fan. It was incredible, actually. It's just they don't hang on to the intensity of the first few episodes. It slowly fades away and they change the plot line, and it's like, all right, well, at least for like 5 episodes, it was incredibly dark and it was very well written. Right, he says he used up one of his 9 lives. So that's at least something that I don't think any of the other anime could have ever said. Alright, Articuno. Coming up on the 45-minute mark. Sure would be nice if you would spawn now. I catch you in under an hour. Stream's done. Brilliant success. But if you don't, then I continue talking to chat and just having fun. Well, that's interesting. You got me stumbling over my words. Kermit. Oh, boy. Well, that was fun. Hey, Sky, want to have some fun with that? Want to polish up the band hammer? Pretty much the first time that's ever happened. That was kind of fun, wasn't it? All right, Articuno. If I divide this out by how long it takes for an encounter, I'm pretty sure I've got to be in the 300 range at this point. At 1 in 4,000 odds, I'm pretty sure I don't have to worry about going over odds yet. But, you know, I don't want to get up towards those odds. I'd have to see, because going back to the Sun and Moon anime. So the Sun and Moon anime has 3 seasons right now. I don't know if they're going to continue the last one or not. I'm pretty sure they're going to wrap things up, it seems like. Well, I can't say that. I've never seen it seems like, but it's a guess. I mean, with Sword and Shield coming out in a matter of, I think, probably about 6 months, maybe 5 months, I would imagine the anime will start shortly after that for Sword and Shield, so they got to be finishing up the Sun and Moon anime any time. Although, I mean, technically the anime does usually roll out until close to the release of the next game, and then it's a very smooth transition, a good handoff. So, but all that aside, they haven't posted the 3rd season yet. I just watch it right on their website, on the Pokemon website, but it's got its moments. And like any Pokemon anime, you know, it's not the best written stuff in the world. It's sometimes low-hanging fruit when it comes to jokes or things like that, but then sometimes it is well-written, so sometimes you end up skipping over stuff, sometimes you end up loving an episode so much you watch it again. But I do recommend right now, Pokemon right on their website, they have that posted. You don't need Netflix or anything to find it. I mean, you can watch it right on their website. They offer it up to you, if you're curious. Are you a rare candy? Because I feel a level up. Puns for days. No, you didn't drop the ball on that one. It's alright. I saw it. It was only 2. It's not a big deal, honestly, when that stuff happens. Although that was a first, but nonetheless, it's just like, alright, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and delete that and end that before it even gets off the ground. Totally to be expected. Another like rolled through. I do appreciate that. I like how below the video I have it pulled up and it's finally recommending a video from my series rather than recommending stuff that's barely related. There's sometimes the recommended stuff is so off the ball, just like not even close. that I question how that got recommended in the first place. You gonna lurk? Hey, no problem. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Hopefully you won't have to lurk forever, because if I get the shiny, that'll be the point where you can come back out, take a look at the shiny, catch it, and that's actually kind of the end of the stream if you think about it. But I do appreciate you sharing it, and I do appreciate you coming by for sure. But I'm not going to treat it as if you're gone, because you're just lurking, so I can still talk to you. I can be like, hey, Major, I don't know where you're at, but remember when this happened, remember when that happened, or something like that. Crossing the 45-minute mark. Welcome, Plane. Welcome to the stream. Today I am shiny hunting Articuno, and with very little relation, it is the 12-year anniversary of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. And yes, thank you very much. I do appreciate you saying that. Hit the mark, although I don't really set sub-goals. The reason I don't is because if you set something that makes you look forward, then you don't appreciate what you've got or what's in the past. And I don't want to forget any of the series that I've done, because I had so many great moments and so much fun, and I don't want to forget anybody, because you guys are all great, so I do appreciate that. But thanks, I do appreciate the congrats. Now for the 12-year anniversary, again, it's totally unrelated. Like even by the only thing they share is the Pokemon title. Let's Go and an Articuno and any of this. You know, I'm not celebrating the 12-year anniversary at all. But if you have any favorite Diamond and Pearl moments, feel free to drop them, because Diamond and Pearl, be it the anime or the games. Although the 12-year anniversary is for the games today. It was a heck of a game, and it brought some of the greatest, most iconic legendaries ever. Although I do give it a lot of grief sometimes, because I think there were too many there were too many cooks in the kitchen when it came to the legendaries in Gen 4 between the three gods and Giratina, Darkrai, Shaman, Cresselia. I do give it some grief on that. But otherwise, those were iconic legendaries. I think there was just everything about Gen 4 was incredible. I mean, pretty much everything about every gen is incredible, but I mean, just thinking that the starters were incredible. There were random Pokemon dispersed through there, like Spiritomb, which were very unique to get and obtain. It actually felt almost difficult, like, you know, it was almost like a mystery until you figured out how to finally get one. And then there were Pokemon that built on previous generations, like Ambipom, Electivire, Magmortar. Although I liked Electivire, I can't say Magmortar is my favorite thing in the world. Dusknoir might be one of the coolest Pokemon ever. Gonna cook dinner? No problem. What are you having? Nope, not that time either. No worries, man. Hey, whatever it is, nothing to worry yourself over either too much. There's a rare multitude of things that are worth really, truly worrying about when put into perspective. But, you know, I always get your back, man. Wouldn't let you go through anything alone. Can't hear if I can hear the Joy-Con clicking or not. That was a random thought of mine for a while. Do it at full odds, he said. It'll be easy, he said. It's alright, I've done this at 1 in 8,000 odds for years. But I don't think it actually truly gets any better. At some point you have to contemplate. I mean, I always say early on that I was going to make it my own catchphrase, by decree of the Marquis, it's always worth it. Any shiny, worth whatever trouble you went through. But, I mean, that's just a saying. Sometimes you have to sit back and realize that, like, 35 hours of your time out the window. For what? A Pokemon that sparkles a little, and it had a different color pattern to it. I don't know. There's something about the sparkles that are addictive. Definitely brings out the hype. Otherwise, there wouldn't be an entire culture of this. Shiny hunting. And I will continue to shiny hunt, and I will continue to soft reset until this full odds legendary sparkles. I want to see that sparkle on my TV, and I am willing to reset here as long as it takes. Alright, so, do I want to just spout off a bunch of Gen 4 facts? I feel like I kind of do. Thank you for the like. I saw somebody liked. I saw somebody subscribed. And I wish I had that pulled up, but whoever you are, thank you very much. Hey, wait a minute. That's a special number, guys. Alright, I'll make a big deal over that. 151. That's, I am moving from Gen 1 to Gen 2. That's great. It's finally time. I remember when Gen 4 came out. And I think the reason that I was really particularly attracted to Pokemon Diamond, I really, really loved the idea of the game. What set it off as my #1 reason I love that game was because it was a retroactive game. You could pull up your Pokemon from a Sapphire version. And Gen 1 and Gen 2 are kind of isolated for life. But Gen 3, you could port over your Gen 3 Pokemon. I think you could also port over Fire Red, Leaf Green. Those were also portable, so you could bring those over to Diamond and Pearl. And the way you did it too was just awesome. How you plugged the cartridge in the bottom of the game, or the Game Boy. So you'd put your Game Boy Advanced, either your Gen 3 game in the bottom, and port it over to the Gen 4 game, which was in the top slot. That was probably the most attractive quality of Gen 4 when it first launched. But I think where the greatest heartbreak occurred for me was the underground tunnel. I did think it was okay. I didn't think it was bad. But I do know that it wasn't as fun for me as Secret Bases. And now that could be based on the way I played the game with my friends. It could be a confirmation bias. You know, it's not set in stone that Secret Bases was a great thing and Gen 4 didn't have that. Well, I mean, it sort of had that. It didn't have that in the overworld, and that's where I wanted it. But that was the Gen 4 heartbreak, was when I realized that Secret Bases were not brought back except for in the underground tunnel. Didn't stop me from putting too many hours into that game. Which, ironically, as much time as I put into Diamond, as much as I love that game, and as competitive, overly competitive I got, to be honest, at some point, I never played Platinum. And Pokemon Platinum, I think, really did the storyline better when it came to what happened to Cyrus or Silas. I don't remember now. Cyrus. So Cyrus basically getting banished to the Shadow Realm by a deity. Or not even a deity. It was a exiled legendary Pokemon. The only thing that I think has a tainted legacy with Gen 4 was that the Azure Flute never was released. Because if the Azure Flute was released, and we could actually legitimately do the Arceus battle, if you've seen this, if you haven't seen it, go look it up. It is amazing. The event was supposed to be you get the Azure Flute, you play it on Spear Pillar, and then you're transported to what looks like another Spear Pillar, but it's just a giant staircase. You ascend the staircase, and at the top is Arceus. And since at the time, I mean, even now, it was the god of Pokemon. So literally, you're like, hey, you're god. You're the only thing you're the god of now is my Master Ball. Here you go. So that was funny in an instance. But I mean, most people threw their Master Ball at Dialga or Palkia, which also, by the way, don't ever do that. They have a higher catch rate than like any other legendary. So you don't need your Master Ball for Dialga. I digress. Arceus had a really cool event, and just like Celebi, it was scrapped. And I actually don't know the reason why they never released it. I don't even think it was ever released across seas either. I know that the Shaman event was released. I know that the Darkrai event was released. But they never released Arceus. So I think that's a plague that kind of haunts Gen 4 a little bit. And I wish that, you know, if they are truly going to do it, a remake, which I know it's just a rumor. And it's not even a rumor at best. It's speculation. People want a remake of Gen 4. If they ever choose to do it, can you imagine how awesome that encounter is going to be when you do the Arceus event? But not just that, the entire, what is it, Mirror World? What is Giratina's world? The Shadow World? That entire thing where he takes Cyrus and literally takes him to that world, which you have to assume there's no food there, so Cyrus can't last that long. Basically, Giratina killed him. But as we learned, that's not going to be the last time that Pokemon kills somebody off and doesn't try to sweep it under the rug either. With Cyrus, it's just a logical conclusion. The Team Flare thing, that's pretty obvious. Hopefully they get to it, but for now, 12-year anniversary of Gen 4, which means that's the longest time any Pokemon game's gone without a remake. If you think about it, Gen 1 has had the Glory remakes forever, but Soul Silver and then Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, obviously. I actually haven't played those. I've seen them played because they're remakes, so I still want to go in blind. I just, you know, it's almost blind in the aspect that I haven't played the originals in so long. So if I do a blind Nuzlocke of it, it's not totally blind, but it's based on memory and noting that I'm on a remade game. Gen 4, it's just out in the void. There's no remake, no nothing. And technically, there's two ways we could get a remake. They could remake the game, just straight up remake it, or they could go ahead and do a Let's Go version, which, yeah, it would take more years to get there. But if they went with a Let's Go version, then we wouldn't have to worry about not getting a Platinum remake at any point. Plus, how awesome would that be if they keep pursuing Let's Go? It would follow the line of Yellow version already, followed by Crystal. After Crystal, it would be Emerald, and then after that, it would be Platinum. That's a huge power lineup. Hey, anytime, Major, no problem. Absolutely. All right, crossing the hour mark. Articuno, you gonna play nice? I want to make sure one thing really quick. Okay, just checking. Nope. Looks like I'm going to cross right over that hour mark without the shiny. No worries, Articuno. It's just scratching the surface here, even if I'm 5 hours in. I will be happy to go head on and take this thing until it spawns. Hey, Raikage. I had a feeling you were here, actually. I was going to shout you out. I was going to be like, hey, Raikage, where you at? But, I don't know. It just feels like if I say that and you're not here, it's almost like I'm implying that you should have been here, and I would never imply that you have to stick around, stay, show support, any of that. Like, it's a matter of if you want to be here, you enjoy it, and you have the time, awesome. I would never force anybody. But how you doing? Did you see this? The awful, might I add, defeat that we took in Splatfest. Dang bunnies got us. But it was an awesome Splatfest, I have to admit. I shouldn't say it was an awesome Splatfest. It was just an awesome thing to be a part of. It was really fun. That was my first Splatfest, so I can't really compare it against any of the others. Did get a custom course. That was pretty fun. Originally, I was not playing well on it at all. Once I screwed my head on, I realized, hey, actually, there's a good strategy here, and we can use it. So once you started fighting for the strategy on that custom course, it was awesome. So I would say 4 more weeks and Splatfest again, I guess. Can't wait. The only problem I have is I didn't realize Splatoon 2 came out in 2017. I thought it was a 2018 game because I saw it with the Smash Direct. But that was for the Octo expansion, meaning that Splatoon 2, which is one of the most successful games on Switch, is starting to age. The only hype, well, I should say not the only hype, the hype of any updates or anything is gone because they already announced the final update. Supposedly they're not going to stick to that. There's little micro updates they're going to do here and there, but regardless, the only hype left at that point is Splatfests or any DLC they would add on top of the Octo expansion if they choose to go that route. Which means to me that it's almost feeling like Splatoon 2, I might be a late bloomer to get to the game because they might drop Splatoon 3 in a matter of a year. Who knows? I would feel like the next Direct, or I should say more like the end of the year, if they announce a Direct like in November, I would start getting a little worried that, you know, Splatoon 3 is in the works, and so I'll get like maybe 4 Splatfests in, and boom, new game. I don't know if that's necessarily a problem. It's just I really like Splatoon 2, and I really want to enjoy it. Change can be bad. That doesn't mean it's going to be, obviously. Splatoon 1 to Splatoon 2 was a massive success. It's just I finally got part of this amazing game, and, you know, it's like, oh man, my days might be numbered because there may be a Splatoon 3 in a matter of a year. Then again, just enjoy it, right? Still an excellent game. It's just when the Splatfests are gone and when the online is gone because everybody will move to the next game, there won't be a whole lot left to keeping Splatoon. I feel like something wasn't sounding right on that. And you're not Chinese, so get out of here. Starting to feel a light headache. Oh, hey man, no problems. You gotta call it a night, you gotta call it a night, dude. I appreciate you stopping by, and hopefully you had fun and while you're here, and I hope things get better for you. Don't let a headache ruin everything. Try and shake it off as soon as you can and go from there. On hour 2. You gonna play nice, Articuno? All right, hour 2 entering it now. Come on, Articuno. I think that's 6 hours. 6 hours total if I had to take a guess. Hey, what is this over here? Stream egg raid. Stream egg raid. Egg raid. Hey, look at this. You guys, this is my first stream raid ever. Wow. That's really cool. So, I guess I said if I ever got raided, I would make sure I go one by one. So let's see who we got. Aiden James, Regina L, Pokemon Trainer 457, Master Aqua, Kareem Clark, and Stream Egg yourself. Stream Egg raid. Oh, I've definitely noticed. The only thing I'm making sure is it sounds like there's a blip in the audio, but that's about as much as I note. So hopefully that's fine. Silvachu Gaming, welcome everybody. Thanks for stopping by. And hey, what was the stream today, huh? What was Stream Egg 17? What were you playing? Welcome, welcome. In fact, maybe I should type it out just to make sure. Regina L from Germany. Well, thanks for dropping by, and hey, absolutely thanks for the raid. How are you guys doing tonight? How's everything going? This is the 12-year anniversary of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. It dropped today in 2007. So, obviously, I don't have any Pokemon Diamond content to stream right now, but I thought it would be worth definitely streaming something. So, I've been working on this shiny for a while, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do it tonight just to get it going. So, everyone leave a like and a sub. I appreciate that, Aiden James. You don't have to sub if you don't like me, and I absolutely appreciate the likes. And if you do sub, I really hope you enjoy everything. I myself do pretty much a little bit of quirky stuff. Like, I guess I'll start from the start. I do shiny hunting, obviously, and I've done every generation. Then after that, I do traditional Nuzlockes. Right now, I missed a few Pokemon games in my college years, so I'm working on blind traditional Nuzlockes, which means that I have never played the game, but I'm going through as a Nuzlocke playthrough anyways. Pokemon Moon, and then... Oh, I didn't do a Nuzlocke of Moon. That was a regular playthrough. Then Ultra Moon was a Nuzlocke. Let's Go was a blind Nuzlocke. I do shiny hunting, battling, and... sometimes I do weird videos, like I just recently posted one that was a comparison between my yellow version cartridge next to my Let's Go cartridge as a direct comparison of the games. So if any of that sounds interesting, I would love that you would sub. If not, then thanks for being here, and I appreciate it. And hopefully you guys brought a lot of shiny luck with, because I don't have any right now. But let me see. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm hunting the golden eggs on Let's Go. Ah! I like your voice. Thanks. I think something sounds off right now, actually. I was listening on my phone for a moment. Or maybe it's just my phone, but it sounds like something... well, it sounds, to be honest, like I need a restart on my computer. So, unfortunately, I'm a little bashful about that kind of stuff. When it doesn't sound good, I'm like, man, I'm such an amateur to this. Regina L can't stay long. Thank you so much for coming by anyways. 3 a.m. Definitely call it a night. It's a Monday. And I appreciate that. Thank you, Regina, for the sub. That's awesome. I hope to see you around again, and again, I hope you brought a ton of shiny luck. I don't have any right now. Kareem says, I like subbing to small streamers. It's your thing. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's awesome. I'm very new to streaming. Not so much new to YouTube anymore, anyways. But it was a good ride so far, and I will continue it. And so I'm adding more streams lately. So thank you very much. I appreciate that, Kareem, Regina, Silvachu, and Stream Egg. Good luck, and you'll see me around. Hey, Stream Egg, I appreciate that. And you know what? I'm going to check out your stuff, too, for sure. I appreciate the raid. That is awesome. Like I said, I've never been raided before, and here on the 12-year anniversary of Diamond and Pearl, I just decided to stream because I felt like it, and it just keeps getting better and better. I had a lot of friends stop by, and I had you guys stop by, and now I have new friends. So that's always awesome. I do appreciate that. You'll give me luck. I've gotten a shiny every day since Friday. I have nothing, Aiden. I have no shinies. I also haven't streamed since Splatfest. So, you know, maybe this is the one. But this is full odds, so I need all the luck I can get. Reikage, Friday, if you want to do a Smash Day, I will play you. Reikage, I'd always love to play. Heck, I don't even need the stream to play Smash. If anything, I need practice. Kiera, my mouse is in the way. Kiera, welcome to my stream as well, and thank you for the good luck. I need it. I've full odds hunted many times in my life, but I don't think it ever gets any better. I've had one that was somewhat quick. It was a Dialga actually last year in February. But otherwise, I don't ever have the fast shiny luck. I used to brag that I thought my shiny luck was good, and as it turns out, it's average at best, maybe a little above average, because I've had a lot of random shinies in just playing the game. I had random shinies in Silver, I had it in Sapphire, and I've had them in Diamond. So at least I got that much. My favorite color, I would say anywhere in the blue to purple spectrum. That's where my favorites are. Marquis, so you're a core fan. Absolutely. So I have played every Pokemon game up to Gen 5. Gen 5, for no particular reason, I just didn't play it. I got busy with school, busy with life. I always said I was going to get back to it. So I skipped Black and White, Black, White 2, X and Y. I returned for Pokemon Moon, and that's when I started my YouTube channel and decided to share my experiences with it. And so I decided that I would throw a twist into it, is I would do the games as blind Nuzlocks, after Moon anyways. So Ultra Moon, I did a blind Nuzlocke, and then actually I'm going back for Pokemon Black, and that should be starting up anytime soon. It's just I'm deciding how I want to do it, but absolutely core all the way. I've seen a lot of the Pokemon anime. I've played most of the games, if not know what's going on with most of the games. And then I've seen Generations, I've seen Pokemon Origins, I've played some of the spin-offs, like Gale of Darkness, Coliseum, Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Hey You Pikachu, Pokemon Channel, and then there's some stuff I haven't played, like Mystery Dungeon. Now, am I going to get to all of that? I don't know. They keep putting out more Pokemon games faster and faster and faster. I'm not sure I can go back and catch everything, but hey. Who else exploited Ultra Wormhole shiny chances? You know what? That's the weird thing. So I came back when Ultra Moon had kind of just come out. So I played through my blind Nuzlocke, finished it actually. Well, I guess that's a spoiler if you're going to check out the series. I'm not going to tell you how I finished it. It was a rocky road. It was a ride. But I did my Ultra Moon blind Nuzlocke. Then I said I was going to come back for the Team Rainbow Rocket arc. I haven't done that yet because I thought maybe I would make a series out of that. And then Let's Go came out, and I wanted to play it on the Switch really bad. Then there were a bunch of games on the Switch I wanted to play Smash again for the first time in how many years. Then Splatoon 2 happened. Hey, I really appreciate that. Pokemon Trainer 457 and Aiden James. I think that... I think anybody... Well, first off, my mascot is Nidoking. Love that Pokemon. I've always loved that Pokemon. And the reason I love that is because my very first Nidoking I named King of Kings, and it's been just a ride since. So I'm glad that you like that. In the meantime, thanks for that. I do appreciate it. It is awesome. You guys are awesome. I love seeing you guys come in. And let's see. If you want, I could be your training partner in Smash. Oh, all day. For sure, Rikage. That'd be awesome. That'd be amazing. As for core fans, I don't hold it against anybody, whether they want to be core fans, Let's Go fans. If they don't even want to play Pokemon, they just want to watch it, that's fine. But there's a Pokemon for everybody, especially when there's 808 of them. There's definitely a favorite Pokemon for everybody. It just happens to be that I'm borderline obsessed with the series. I say borderline because, trust me, it could get worse. It's like saying when you're a diehard Star Wars fan. Probably not. There's always somebody out there that's got you beat. But then again, you know, who knows? If you're the guy that's dressing up as Darth Vader to the Star Wars conventions, you may be on the same level as, say, the guy that puts on the Team Rocket clothes or the Team Skull clothes. And especially if you really get into character at the conventions, then you got me beat all day. Favorite Pokemon is electric types. so you might likely see me with a Luxray. Rikage, hold that point. I'm going to come back to that in a sec. Aiden says, are you hunting anything else on the side? I'm actually, you know what? I'm actually not. I don't even, honestly, I've never multi-hunted, and what I mean by that is like 2 systems at the same time. But I actually don't have any handheld shinies going on the side right now anyways. I have a few other things going on the side, a few series that I'm getting ready to do, and for that matter, a lot of stuff to take care of coming into spring. I gotta get my yard all nice and tidy, so a lot of stuff on my mind for that. But yeah, I mean, I don't have to record every shiny hunt, so I'm kind of wondering maybe I might start doing wormhole hunts. That's actually where that point earlier that I got distracted with was I might do wormhole hunts. By the way, in the back of my mind, I'm really hoping this all sounds good, because like I said, I took a brief audio sample of it just really quick on my phone in my ear. Something sounded off. I really, really hope it doesn't. I had everything going just fine. I really don't want this to be plagued with that fuzziness that I was hearing. Rikage, did you ever see, and I think I asked you this before, Pokemon, oh, what was that? And it wasn't The Power of Us, it was, oh, no, I Choose You, Pokemon I Choose You, the movie that came out last year. Aiden says, I always multi-hunt. Trimple hunting is so fun. Well, usually I'm doing something else when I hunt. So usually I'm trying to multitask already. I wouldn't want to accidentally miss a shiny, especially if you got like 3 systems going. Plus, I don't have multiple of the same system. I have my Silver DS, which by the way still works just fine. I have a DSi, and then I have a 3DS. And I guess I have the Game Boy Advance SP. That still counts. Man, the Game Boy Advance was, no, it wasn't. It was my original Game Boy. Was the first actual intentional shiny hunting. I just didn't know. Back in Silver version, I had no idea how shiny hunting truly worked. Can we all agree that Inklings are adorable? Kiara, I agree entirely. I think the whole world does. By the way, there's just a massive art community around Splatoon that I love. It's amazing what they've come up with. I love seeing the Splatfest art and everything. It was awesome. By the way, that was my first Splatfest in the last weekend here. First time I ever played Splatfest. Woomy indeed. Woomy woomy. I can't do the voice, so don't ask me to. The woomy. I wish I could. Nothing against Let's Go fans, since both of us like Pokemon. I just like to know people that like the core games. Oh, absolutely. If anything, Let's Go might drive them over to Sword and Shield. Maybe we're going to see an influx of people coming into the main core series. But to that said, there's also the question of, should there be more Let's Go games? My answer to that is, if you think about the next Let's Go game, it's going to be based on Crystal version. Who would ever say no to a game based on Crystal version? I say make a Let's Go that's parallel. Make the Let's Go series a parallel series to the core games. All day. It doesn't matter. That just means every other year I get it. Or I should say, yeah, instead of waiting another year, I get a new Pokemon game every year. Fine by me. 3 3DSs and a Switch. Hate hunting on the Switch. Really? I find the Switch particularly easy. I can literally hunt with one hand. Just hit the home button, close the software off. Who knows if that's going to be how it works in Sword and Shield or not. Woomy woomy. Just no Vimo. Okay, if you want to say Vimo, you can say Vimo. Nothing wrong with the Octolings, right? I was asking that during the Splatoon Splatfest stream, was if I should, or should I get the Octo expansion, because I would play 4 levels of, yeah, I was on 4 levels, or at least 4 bosses, I don't know if that's level 4 or not, 4 levels of the Splatoon, the main story, before I realized that I wasn't leveling up outside for the Splatfest, so I had to grind the night before, basically, which was absolutely fun. I had no complaints. Shut up and take my money. I am not a game developer for Pokemon, so unfortunately I should not do that. But yeah, I absolutely agree. Just imagine going through the red battle. Oh man, I just going through the red battle, going through Kanto again, 4 years after, for for the Johto region. I mean, just, oh man, Let's Go. Just make a Let's Go Johto based on Crystal. That'd be the greatest thing that Let's Go could do. You would see a lot of people that don't like Yellow, or I should say don't like Let's Go right now, which is based on Yellow, converting very quickly when they see Crystal come out for Let's Go. Doubling Growlithe via REs and trying to catch a Ditto blue-handed. REs via... Oh, random encounters? Wait, you're trying to... Oh, man. Random encounters. I mean, that's just as bad as soft resetting, I guess. But, I mean, I don't think I've actually ever, outside of Silver version... No, Sapphire. I random encountered Sapphire, where you just sit there and encounter, and like 12,000 encounters later, you finally find one. Last time I did that was in probably Sapphire version, and then before that, Silver. And Silver version, because I was so young, that's the only way I think I knew how to shiny hunt, was just to run back and forth. Actually, to be honest, my first shiny was, outside of Gyarados, of course, was a Dragonair in Dragon's Den. I just was fishing, and then boom, it popped up. Good thing it popped up quick, or I would have assumed that Gyarados was the only one that did that. Johto game would be a great idea. Pokemon Trainer 457, absolutely. I will play Sword and Shield. I will love Sword and Shield, I'm sure. There's very little they can do to do me wrong when it comes to Pokemon, especially if I was able to overlook things and eventually grow to accept things like Mega Evolution and Z-moves. There's very little that they can do at this point to lose me as a fan, so I will definitely play Sword and Shield. And, you know, if they come out with Let's Go Johto, I guess my guess would be Let's Go Togepi and Let's Go Meryl. Those are my guesses. As much as I wish there was a Let's Go Shuckle. I will play that too. No problem. Be there on opening day. There's a difference between hating on Gen 1 and being sick of Gen 1. In my case, it's the second one. I don't know if it's that I guess I'm somewhat sick of it, but I mean, I took a few years there as a break, and I never played Fire Red and Leaf Green, which means the last time I actually played Gen 1 was back in Gen 1. So I can't really be sick of it because it's been a long time for me since I didn't play Fire Red or Leaf Green. Otherwise, I just kind of experienced it through maybe Pokemon Go and through Pokemon Origins, which watching it and playing it, two different things. But I agree, it's time to move on. Maybe the Alolan Forms thing. I didn't like that so much because it only targeted Gen 1 Pokemon. It almost makes no sense because you know they're not going to pursue it. Or I shouldn't say you know that. There's a good chance it's not going to get pursued. If you want, we can get emulators and start Pokemon Gold and Silver. I've thought about it for a while. I will keep that in mind. Don't let me forget that. I got a few people that have asked now if I was up to doing verses and randomized Nuzlocke and all that. And I'm like, well, let me get my own schedule. My schedule's already crazy enough, but definitely I will think about it. Oh, Rekage, did you answer my earlier question about did you see Pokemon I Choose You? It was the movie that came out last year. It was like it was like a spin-off reboot of the original Pokemon anime first episode, but then it also ran through some of the highlight episodes. Then it took a complete left turn. And if you did see it, you know what I'm going for when I say Luxray. You had to overlook a lot of Gen 5 Pokemon. You know what I find the most? I've made this point a few times on my channel. How many people hate on one Pokemon in particular, and that Pokemon is Trubbish. And I remember, I didn't see all the hate that poor little Trubbish got, or Garbodor for that matter, until I don't know, I was back for a while, and I'm just like, I had to almost figure out, I'm like, how could people hate Trubbish and Garbodor? They're hilarious, I love them. And then when I realized, like, I'm going to be on the other side of the fence on this one. I see in my future defending my stance that I like Garbodor. I'm going to be defending that point a lot. So I prepared myself mentally for that. By the way, I talked about that I was watching the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime and the Ultra Adventures. It will make you like Garbodor. If you don't like Garbodor, watch it. You'll slowly migrate over to Team Garbodor, if you know what I mean here. Because there's a Garbodor that's under the ownership of Team Skull, and it's actually pretty cool. Pokemon Trainer 457 says, I don't mean playing Gen 1. is that TPC is oh yeah, no, they're definitely trying to capture that 1990 feeling of Pokemon wave taking over the world. It seems like they're always trying to get that wave back up and going. Aiden says, I hope we get Pokemon Ultra Sword and Shield. Oh, please, no. I mean, so I enjoyed Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Or I should say Ultra Moon. Moon had the better story to me. It was more powerful to me. I don't know about the post-game, but I do know that if Team Rocket's back, it seems like immediately I can give the post-game to Ultra Moon. But it just feels like those two games should have been one. And they should have kept the darker storyline through the whole thing. But I mean, if they're going to do sequels like Black and White and then a Black and White 2, that's cool. If they're going to do a third game like X, Y, and then Z, which they decided not to do, that's cool. Doing that Ultra thing, I hope that's a one and done. You know, there's room for error, obviously. They're trying to take creative risks. They're trying to progress into the new age. That one was not a good move to me. I don't know financially how it looked because I'm not on the inside of that and I didn't read the Nintendo stock reports for the shareholders, but I digress. Ultra Moon, I don't think was good for the legacy of Pokemon. Like I say, maybe it was good for the marketing. I don't like the fact they replaced Misty and Brock, but I'm going to give it a look. Oh, so Raikage, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but there's a Luxray. Just at least watch the Luxray scene because it stands out in the movie as a standalone. You don't have to watch the whole movie. Look up the Luxray scene, and I'm just going to leave it at that, all right, man? If you like Luxray, that's going to be a very powerful scene for you. Wingull is trash. I'm not going to object to that point. Losing to a Garbodor user is the ultimate, like, you lost to literal trash. You know what? I'm happy if I lose to Garbodor, too, because that means at least somebody... Literally, I don't know. I like the sentient Pokemon. I really do. And Trubbish and Garbodor, I thought were hilarious. In a good way. I like them. I'll use them. So, and yeah, maybe I have an affinity for poison types, too. That helps. But regardless, I was like... as soon as I found out all the hate they got, I'm like, oh boy, I'm in for a constant battle. Although, actually, I will admit, I've mentioned this point on my channel many times about liking Garbodor, and I only know one person that holds that against me. Everybody else seems to be like, yeah, I like Garbodor, so maybe Garbodor is coming back. Maybe Trubbish and Garbodor got all the love they needed because of how much hate there was, and so it just kind of stands out. Pokemon Trainer 457 says, yeah, they're trying to get the nostalgia feeling, but they're doing it so much that it's fading. It's like eating your favorite food every single day. Oh, I agree. You know, I'm looking like when I picked up Gen 7 and I said I'm going to get back into Pokemon finally after, you know, got out of school, everything was good. I got to working and I'm like, all right, I'm finally going to sit down and just play Pokemon and enjoy it. And when I did, I wanted to see the new Pokemon. And it's cool to bring back some of the old ones, but it was Moon centered around a lot of Kanto Pokemon again. And I thought, to me, I thought that's cool, but it just seems out of place that, you know, it's Gen 7. Shouldn't they introduce all the Gen 7 Pokemon and then, you know, kind of like Diamond bring them back? Well, Diamond didn't do that either, I guess. But... a couple here and there is fine, but they, like, centered it. And plus, by the way, how is Crystal Onyx, if anybody watched the Orange Islands anime, how did Crystal Onyx not become an Alolan form? Like, that would have been awesome. I think I would have sidestepped any opinions I had on Alolan forms and immediately said, I love them. If Crystal Onyx had 20 years ago debuted in the anime and then become an actual Pokemon in the game. But that's probably, like, nail in the coffin at that point, because when they did not include a Crystal Onyx, I thought, all right, well, crash and burn on that one. I'm not a big fan of the Alolan forms. Some of them are nice. Usually the ice types are favored, but otherwise, nah. The only thing I didn't like on Gen 5 was the anime. Oh man, dude, I don't think anybody did. Maybe at most Charizard coming back. But that was after the League. No spoilers for the League, of course, even if it is old. Kiera says, let's take a vote. Who used Ash Greninja to speedrun Sun and Moon? Okay, you're going to have to catch me up. I didn't even know Ash Greninja was officially in the games. Is it really? That's awesome if it is. I'm actually, I might pop this in and check. Maractus is such an underrated Pokemon. Never got a chance to use it. I didn't play Gen 5. That's the next series on my channel. I'm not hiding that series at all. I'm like, yeah, I've been promoting it that I'm going to do a blind Nuzlocke with Black as soon as I decide how I want to do it, tech-wise. But I've kept myself in the dark as much as I can, but I know a good chunk of the Pokemon. So that's not really that's not a blind part for me. But, I mean, Maractus, to me, it seemed like a cool Pokemon. I don't know anything about its stats or its usability. I haven't played competitive since Gen 4. And once again, if I haven't said this enough, it's the 12-year anniversary. So put that in perspective is I never played Platinum, really. Platinum came out and I was still playing Pokemon, but still, between 4 and 5, that's kind of where it fizzled out, which means that kind of puts it in perspective of where I stand as a competitive battler. But overall design, I thought Maractus was cool. Alolan Executor, which made sense. Raichu, that was alright. I'm okay with that a little bit. Even Muck I was okay with, because Muck, to me anyways, maybe I'm wrong on this, but it seems like if Muck, they kept saying Muck came from the ocean, the Alolan Muck. So I'm like, the only way that you could turn a Muck rainbow colored or Grimer, it would have to be that for some reason it came in contact with oil. It sounded to me like the ocean was contaminated with a lot of oil, and that's how you got Alolan Grimer. So it's actually, there's a little bit of a story there, if you ask me. Pokemon Trainer 457 says, to be honest, I never finished Gen 1 games. Besides, only played till Gen 5 because I got my DS months before 3DS release. I had the very first DS, man. I had the very first one, the silver one. I still have it, and I will never get rid of it. I don't think I'll get rid of any of my Game Boys. Didn't use Ash Greninja. I have it, but don't use it. Shiny Greninja is better. Shiny Greninja is black, right? That looks sweet. Also didn't play XY, so caveat there. But I did not know Ash Greninja was in the games. I'll have to look into that. I wonder is if that's in the games, is Midday Form Lycanroc also in the games? Maractus is on the Dream Team. It made the cut. I'll have to look all this stuff up. I guess I never really thought about it. Like, it seemed like it was Ash Greninja. How would it be in the games if it was Ash Greninja? In the games, I'm not playing as Ash. I'm playing as, I guess, what would be the canon name? X? I mean, that's awesome, by the way, if the Pokemon trainer's name is X. But still. If Ash Greninja is... Wait, what? Oh, man. On the same day that I get my first raid ever, I get my second raid ever. Short-tempered raid. Uh-oh. Chat scrolling. Gonna have to stop on this one. I'm gonna have to read through this. Huchata, welcome to my stream. Cleaning Marks, Foul Plays, Eric, Short-Tempered, that's you, the streamer yourself, Short-Tempered, Lucario Master 2007, 2-Bit No, Ian, wow, Aiden, oh wait, Aiden, you were already here from the last raid, Sabe, 2-Bit No, Trippy Trainer, hey Trippy, I know you, what's up Trippy, I've seen you on YouTube, I've seen you on Twitter, Chris Smith, Reikage, you're still here from before the raids. I remember the Dame Diamond and Pearl came out. Yes, Reikage. I said it many times, but this is the 12-year anniversary of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. And so, obviously, I'm not streaming Diamond, but I am streaming Let's Go. And in good faith to, I don't know, the countless legendaries I've caught as shinies, it's a full odds hunt, which is still double the odds of what I'm used to. But welcome. What were you Short-Tempered, what were you streaming today? And everybody in the chat, how are you doing? And what was your favorite Gen 4 moment, since it is the 12-year anniversary? All right. If I missed your chats, I'm really sorry. I'm not used to this, so I have to try and catch up. Let's see. 4 Alolan Grimer and a single Magnemite hunt. Shinies? Aiden, you got 4 shinies? 2 raids here. I know, Chata, you were from the short-tempered raid. Welcome, raiders, indeed. Here, I'll give you a welcome. Always put I always put the 2 fingers. Welcome, welcome. Chippy, I'm doing well. Thank you guys so much for the raid. I hope you enjoy my stuff. Same thing I told the last raiders. I do traditional Nuzlockes, so I missed a couple of Pokemon games, Black and White 2, X and Y, Moon, and then Ultra Moon. So what I did is I started back through the gap of Pokemon. I left at Gen 4. I didn't leave Pokemon. I just didn't play the games. Didn't have a lot of time. So I came back for Moon. Did a blind Nuzlocke, meaning that I've never played it before, but I'm doing a Nuzlocke of Ultra Moon. Completed that series, did it for Let's Go, and now I'm going to go back and do Black, White, Black 2, White 2, and then X and Y. Meanwhile, I also do Shiny Hunts. I do stream other games, like I just did Splatfest, and I just did Smash Brothers for the 3.0 update, which that was a unique one too, because everybody was streaming Joker, and I decided to stream the stage builder on that. I do my shiny hunts occasionally, like tonight I just decided to do it. I'm not even sure why, I just felt like it. And then after that, sometimes I do weird videos, like I call them quirky videos, just ideas I had. So for instance, the last one I did was I took my actual yellow game cartridge with a 20-year-old save file, and I videoed it next to Let's Go, and I went through the entire map side by side. So if you like any of that, if that sounds interesting, then absolutely, I humbly invite you to subscribe, and I do appreciate, I have seen subscriptions. I don't have any notifications on. I actually closed YouTube out except for the chat. The reason I did that was so it would run better. So I do apologize for anybody that did subscribe, and I'm not naming them off one by one. Like 2-Bit, for instance, you said you subscribed. Somebody else up earlier did say you subscribed. And so if that sounds rude, I sincerely apologize, because I'm actually running this less than optimal. By less than optimal, I mean like I don't have chatbots going or any of that stuff. I haven't fully dialed in that stuff yet. I was streaming for the heck of it, so that's why I really appreciate you guys coming by. Hope you enjoy it, and let's get back to the chat. Let's see, Kiera lost in the Pokemon Trainer. I'm really sorry that you got lost in the raid chat. I can scroll back up if you want me to find out what you said. Hidden ability, Battle Bond. After Greninja eliminates one Pokemon, he will transform into Ash Greninja, increasing the power of Water Shuriken. So well, that's awesome. Now I never thought to check up on that, because it seemed like an anime exclusive thing, was Ash Greninja. I did not think that would actually be in the games. I never checked. I'm going to have to look at that. Yo, Nito, same here. Absolutely, Trippy. I've got to go, but best of luck, my dude. Thanks for coming by, Trippy. I do appreciate it. Thanks for coming by, anybody that has to get going. I appreciate it. Feel free to stop by anytime. Thank you for the likes. I humbly appreciate everything. And Articuno, unfortunately, is not shining, so if any of you had shiny luck to spare, I would love to have it. I would love to borrow your luck. Unfortunately, I don't have it because I'm 3 streams into this and haven't seen one. Haven't soft resetted over it or anything. So then I need to look this up too. If Ash Greninja is in the game, then I would imagine Midday Lycanroc is also a form that was added to the game, and I didn't know about. Which is really cool, actually. I do like that they take something that started out in the anime and they bring it over to the main series. That's awesome. Didn't comment. Nothing during raid. Don't worry. Awesome. Well, no worries then. I don't have to go back up and worry about that. Anybody that dropped by, I do appreciate it. That's awesome. I had egg earlier, and then let me just click that really quick. So egg earlier, short-tempered. That's really cool. Like I say, I had my first 2 raids today. That's really cool. In the meantime, though, like I say, it is the 12-year anniversary. So, any favorite Diamond and Pearl moments? I have mentioned that Diamond and Pearl brought some of the coolest legendaries ever, even though I thought there were too many cooks in the kitchen. too many legendaries. At the same time, they brought an arsenal of awesome legendaries from Gen 4. I think that some of the cooler things were just the Pokemon, like when they added evolutions like Electivire and Magmortar. Some of them, like, I didn't enjoy Tangrowth. I certainly didn't enjoy Magmortar necessarily, but Electivire is awesome. And that's not just because Paul and Gary both had one. And then, let's see, some other moments. The Azer Flute event would have been awesome, even though they didn't include it. But, you know, that's just something to think about for possible remakes someday. Aiden says, I'll give you a luck loan. All right, I'll make good on that loan, I promise. Trashy, welcome back. I'm still doing this? Oh, absolutely. I've just been talking about Pokemon left and right non-stop. I mean, that's how I spend my Monday nights. Pokemon Trainer 457. I saw Ash Rockruff evolving into Dusk. Oh, that's right. It's not the midday. You're right. It's Dusk. The orange one is Dusk Lycanroc after seeing a green flash. Googled it. It's a real phenomenon. Yes, the green flash is an optical phenomenon. That doesn't make dogs and wolves act any different, I don't think. But nonetheless, the green flash is a real phenomenon. So when he evolves into Dusk form, it's actually kind of cool. I like this. So I've been watching and kind of binging the Sun and Moon anime and the Sun and Moon Ultra Adventures. Anybody that hasn't seen it or doesn't want to give it a chance because of the art style, I highly encourage you watch it. Like any Pokemon anime, you're going to be skipping some episodes if you don't like fillers. But the start of Ultra Adventures is insanely intense. It's really awesome. And what I like about Dusk Lycanroc, if it's in the game too, by the way, that'd be awesome. Dusk Lycanroc isn't OP. Like, it doesn't start out like Ash Greninja, where it was just basically a Mega Evolution without a stone. He actually struggles to maintain control over Lycanroc, and Lycanroc gets his butt whooped a few times. The whole stream has just been this. Trashy, yes. This has been the whole stream. Shiny hunts are a unique breed, so it sounds like in concept it would be the most boring thing, but you know what? I've just been non-stop talking about Pokemon, talking about the Gen 4 anniversary, my favorite Gen 4 stuff, talking about the anime, talking about the movies. And Aiden has a Dusk Lycanroc. Do you? How did you get the Dusk Lycanroc? I never looked these things up because I didn't really consider that they would put them in the games. Been talking nonstop. I just, you know, I don't have my water in here. That's the main problem. Unfortunately, I haven't seen Articuno yet. I took a few loans out on some shiny luck, but when you're dealing with full odds, you know, you got to get the double and triple mortgage of luck going. Yeah, I definitely would love to see how to get a Dusk form Lycanroc. That'd be awesome. Either way, my earlier point though, continuing on, the start of Ultra Adventures is really intense. I'm not a big fan of the middle, and I'm not a big fan of where the series went, but I think I'm nearing the end of Ultra Adventures and going into the last bits of Sun and Moon, the third part, or the third season anyways. Nonetheless, it's starting to pick back up. Especially with the Ula Ula Island stuff, that's really starting to pick back up. Pokemon Let's Go, more like social life. Let's go. Hey, you know, if that's what it takes, absolutely. I'm happy that the stream is getting any discussions going. Oh, I didn't check. Is that okay? I was gonna say don't soft reset yet. I love when discussions get going. I can sit here and talk all night. It seems like. Late as heck, but short-tempered raid. Well, Big, here's the thing, Big Uzi. When it comes to raids, usually I'm in that same position. I'm like, hashtag whatever the raid is, late raid. That's usually me. Nonetheless, appreciate you here. I'll give you the spiel personally of what I do, and I'll give it quick, is shiny hunts. I'm doing blind Nuzlocke, traditional. They're non-randomized. It's the real games because I missed a few games. So I'm doing blind Nuzlocke. I do streams right now. I did Smash, Splatoon. I haven't diversified too much out of my comfort zone, but nonetheless, I'm doing more streams now, and I do some quirky videos, like I did a comparison between my yellow cartridge with a 20-year-old save file versus my Let's Go cartridge. and I ran across the entire map side by side. So if any of that sounds interesting, I humbly invite you to subscribe. Nonetheless, thank you for being here. Hope you enjoy it. You did like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Skyheart Demon, welcome back. Sky, had a couple raids while you were gone. Aiden says, to get the Dusk Lycanroc, you have to pre-order US, or Ultra Sun. I thought you were saying US. Sorry, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and you'd get an own Tempo Rockruff. So, kind of missed that opportunity already. Yikes. Guess I can't get a Dusk form. I'll have to look up how to do it without hacking, hopefully. So, Trashy, your chat is still Canada. It is still chill. Everything is cool. I love having a nice, calm chat, and even with 2 raids going on, everything has been nice. Nothing but happy people, and it has been awesome. I know, Trashy. I absolutely appreciate it. That's awesome. I thank everybody that's involved. It's really cool because once in a while it hits me, and with that recent video, it really hit me where I feel for some reason just kind of bashful about the quality of things because I don't have a lot of editing knowledge when it comes to these things. So I'm like, is my stuff really that presentable? Is it really that good? Would anybody enjoy it? But I did it originally only because I wanted to share my experience. But then I thought, you know what? I like interacting with people, and I like making friends and finding people that enjoy the games as much as I do in the ways that I do. My philosophy is I really don't gen pick. I enjoy every gen. I enjoyed most every Pokemon, so I've definitely come across that, and so absolutely, if it continues to grow, that's awesome. I'm having a blast doing it. You can try and breed me one? That'd be awesome, Aiden. I didn't think you could actually breed one. It sounded like, well, I guess it's not out of the question, but absolutely, if you can breed one, that's awesome. I would love a Dusk form. So, I guess that is kind of cool, because Sun and Moon, I would assume if I place the timeline here, Dusk Lycanroc appeared in the anime before Ultra Moon launched. So, that's just a guess. So that would be a kind of a cool way to debut a Pokemon, and build hype, for that matter, for a game that is essentially like a redo. Let's be honest. But, not all Pokemon is perfect. Fake rumor. Community. 100% sure this is real. Meltan sprite and models leaked on Go. It's fake. Niantic is trolling us. It's a placeholder for unreleased Pokemon with no sprite. So, I was just talking about how I don't think Meltan was a good special Pokemon. It wasn't a good ambassador for the Let's Go games. It felt really out of place. For that matter, Meltan evolving into Melmetal felt weird. I said it was like a flocculation evolution. It was like 100 of them getting together and evolving together. That was cool. But evolving into Melmetal, it felt like something that should corrode its enemy, not punch it in the face really, really hard. So that felt weird, but the reveal for Meltan, the way they did it, that was awesome. I thought that was great. But you're right, I did see some speculation over whether Meltan was actually a Pokemon or not. Which I think, if memory serves correct, Meltan's original rumor name was Ditto Nut, or Nut Ditto, or Bolt. Which I don't understand the Bolt one, because that wasn't a bolt on his head, it's a nut. But nonetheless, that was, to me, I thought that was a good reveal. Watch you get 200 on March 31st. 200 what? On March 31st, that was last month. Speaking of which, oh, I thought maybe I was crossing the 2-hour mark. I said I was only going to go 2 hours, but now I'm like hyped. It feels like I want to go as long as it takes to get this Articuno. Oh, you forgot what month we were on, April. Okay, so you're talking 200 subscribers. I guess I didn't piece that together. I was like, 200 what? On March 31st. Hey, it happens, like I say. I have no subscriber goals. I enjoy the people that are here, and I enjoy the times, but I don't want to forget the times I had. Sure, I look forward, but, you know, I also like the nostalgia of looking back at the stuff I had. It's okay if a cherish ball I would need to hack to change ball. Wait, let me grab that. Pokemon fusing together to get stronger isn't new. We have Curium, Zygarde, and Wishy-Washy. Oh, that's another one. That's a total random one, by the way. Wishy-Washy. So, I really like Wishy-Washy. I thought that was a really cool Pokemon. I think that ability is awesome. It's not that the fusing together thing. It was that, well, I guess originally, like, with Wishy-Washy, it's not really fusing, but it's a really cool ability. I didn't have a problem with them fusing together, Melmetal. It's that it didn't feel like they would evolve into something that would just beat you down with a big muscly arm. It felt like they would evolve into something that would corrode you from the inside, like a tactical Pokemon, not what looks to be a beatdown monster, you know? That's the only thing I had a problem with Melmetal. I like melting. I think it's a neat little design. Melmetal, yeah, it's still gonna take some time to grow on me. We have different time zones, Trashy? Yeah, it's very possible. I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends have different time zones. A lot of people that, you know, I'll catch their stream first thing in the morning over a cup of coffee at work. Oh, you're only an hour ahead. You're on Eastern time. Oh, I'm in the North Midwest. Actually, I know a few people from Florida too, so they're enjoying, well, they're enjoying the nice weather, so am I. I finally have some nice weather. Alright, crossing the 2-hour mark pretty soon here. Not sure how much longer I'm going to go. This was a great stream. Keep doing that. This was a great stream. I enjoyed every minute of it, and 2 raids and everything, and my friends stopping by, talking to Reikage, Sky, Black Rose, or Major Black Rose, and then, you know, everybody that stopped by, like Jody and Trashy. Absolutely fun stream for something that I just kind of threw together last minute. I shouldn't say last minute, it's just I felt like streaming, and I didn't think I had enough time to really get ready and want to do it, and then, you know, I was like, I really just want to kind of relax and stream for a little bit, and then, you know, take care of a few things and go to bed and hit the work day tomorrow, because I'll be honest, I didn't do a whole lot at work today. Should have, did not. Own Tempo Rockruff. Well, you know what? That does explain something to me. That explains, like, when on Reddit I always see requests for trade for Own Tempo Rockruff. That's probably why. Because I needed to get one of those if I want to get a midday form. No, not a midday form, a dusk form. Guess it would have been cool if I had streamed Pokemon Diamond on the anniversary. I could have said it was the 12-year anniversary stream, but no, it was nice to just sit here and kind of talk and reminisce about the Gen 4 times. That was so revolutionary when it came out, because when it moved to Nintendo DS, I mean, that system alone was revolutionary, but to see Pokemon on it was awesome. Let me know when you can trade. I will, let's see, hold on, I gotta go back up. Trashy is playing as a girl in games is fun. They run faster. I have a funny feeling that's probably not true, if I had to take a guess. Let me know when you can trade. I'll let you know at some point. I gotta get ready to trade. It shouldn't be too hard. Just give you my friend code for the 3DS, and then, oh. Okay, there. I was gonna say, why did it hide that? I don't know why. Sky is the only one that can unhide that, so I think, was that you, Sky? You hiding in the background? Pokemon Trainer 457 says, it looked weird. but funny the first time I saw it. But it grew super fast on my heart. I now love Meltan and Melmetal. Meltan grew on me pretty quick. Melmetal just isn't what I thought it was going to be, especially as an ambassador of Let's Go in a way. But, you know, it could grow on me. I mean, I hated Mega Evolution when it first launched. I really hated it. I'm like, okay, great, it's Digimon. But it grew on me a little bit. I think, and I've grown to accept it. I don't hate it anymore. I think it definitely breaks its own rules and does too much fan service, but I think Ash Greninja helped out a ton because that was glued to that storyline. Z moves, same thing. In time, I grew to like it, or at least accept it. So some of the Z moves are downright hilarious, and some of them are just awesome. So I grew to like that too. So, you know, who knows? Maybe Melmetal I'll slowly grow to accept and like. Chashi, you're tired? Yeah, I'm getting there too. So you can DM me on Twitter or something. Sure, Aiden. I mean, my Twitter's in the description if you want, or I can add you. I can look it up. So, but and Trashy, you're tired. I'm getting there myself. It's been a 2-hour stream. Like I say, I'll probably call it pretty soon here. Yo, hey, it's Night Sky says hello, and I say hello back. Night Sky, how are you? Our turtles lost the Splatfest. Quite unfortunate. Definitely hope everything sounds right. Like I said, in the back of my mind, I checked, and I thought I heard static, but I don't know what would have caused it. Alright, your @ is AidenJames817. Perfect. It is in the chat now, so when the stream is over, I can reference back to that chat and find you. Yeah, I'm not logged in now. I was going to say, if I'm logged in now, I can just look you up, but I will grab it right after the stream. Your Mega Evolution thoughts were like mine on Incineroar getting into Smash. Incineroar getting into Smash, to me, I think I grew a little bit with Incineroar on that one. I definitely thought Incineroar was a joke when it came to design. The anime is going to help you with that a little bit, and Smash helped me with that a little bit. But it's almost like over-the-top comic relief and bulky at the same time, so it kind of did fit Smash. I would say the favorite starter, if I had to take a guess, was Decidueye out of those three, so I'm kind of surprised that that wasn't the pick. But then again, Incineroar kind of fits the Smash motif a little better. Knight, you heard about that? Sucks a lot, but at least we did our best. We had some awesome matches in there, and you know what? For my first Splatfest, I contributed as much as I could to my team. Those darn little rabbits got us. Thoughts on Detective Pikachu? I definitely love the movie. It looks amazing. It was awkward at first, but that wore off pretty quickly and became something that was a spectacle. It was a marvel to look at all the realistic looking Pokemon, especially since not just Ryan Reynolds voicing Pikachu, but I mean, it's like it has elements of every single generation in it. So it's not just geared to Gen 1 fans. So we can dispel that particular fear, is that Detective Pikachu would have been only for Gen 1. Meanwhile, it looks like they put an insane amount of detail into it. It looks like it's going to follow the game, Detective Pikachu. And on top of that, I actually I had a funny little Twitter moment with the actual @Detective Pikachu. Was I had tweeted out just randomly a question if there was going to be a promo card for Detective Pikachu like there was with my Ancient Mew and my Entei promo cards. It just happened to be that the announcement for the promo card was coming out like an hour after my tweet. So the Twitter, their actual official Twitter, just responded to me. And they said, yeah, the promo card drops now. And then, boom, they made the announcement. So, I mean, I've had a lot of fun experience with Detective Pikachu, and I haven't even seen the movie yet. The only thing I hate is that I don't really like seeing movies on the opening weekend or in large crowds. So I'll have to figure that out eventually. Pokemon Trainer, I still think Incineroar was originally a firefighting type. It looks like it, doesn't it? Like when I found out it was dark type, I'm like, what? Smokey, welcome to my stream. I'm finishing up a hunt at a full odds Articuno on Let's Go. Hopefully you enjoy. I do a ton of Pokemon content, and recently I played some Smash on stream, as well as I did my first Splatfest ever on stream. I'm doing a pretty large variety, actually, nowadays. So, nonetheless, you found your way here. Hope you enjoy it. Got to go. I can trade tomorrow. No worries, Aiden. I appreciate that. That's awesome of you to do. I absolutely appreciate it. I will definitely reach out to you on Twitter. And thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate that. You stayed, stuck around, and enjoyed my content. And I enjoyed my conversation with you. It was awesome. So, yeah, have yourself a good night, and I'll catch you around. You're going to see right on release and get my card. That's awesome, Pokemon Trainer. That card is hilarious because its Coffee Break is his #1 move and Corkscrew Punch is his other move. Pikachu using Corkscrew Punch, I'm feeling that's a movie reference for sure. But the Coffee Break is just laughable to me in a great way because Coffee Break is officially a Pokemon move in the TCG. That's awesome on many levels. But yeah, I definitely want to make sure I try to figure out how to get a promo card. I'm not sure how I want to do it. I don't like crowded theaters. Maybe I'll try and figure out if there's a smaller theater around, somebody that will have a smaller crowd size and still get my hands on that card. Who knows? They said it's only available. It's while supplies last, but it's only available on opening weekend. And unfortunately, I really don't know anybody that works at a movie theater, so I can't get a card at the back. I could always buy it on eBay and probably not have any memories associated with it like I did my first 2 cards, so it kind of depletes the purpose there. So my plans right now are totally scattered on that, other than I'm going to see Detective Pikachu. Actually, I intend to play the game too, I just don't know if I want to play the game before or after the movie. I'm thinking I'll probably go maybe 8 more minutes, put it at 2:10 right on the dot. Is everybody good with that? Maybe that's enough to cash in on those Shiny Luck loans. And then after that, I'll call it a night. Do you like free movies? I'd be cautious about that. It's not going to let you post a link, and just as a matter of principle too, I don't really want to throw a bunch of links around chat like that. I would never want to be directly responsible for somebody putting a bad site in the chat or promoting any pirating or anything like that. So. Just because of that, Trashy, I'm gonna go ahead and hide that remark. It's not against you, man. It's just as a matter of principle. I don't do links like that. Like I say, it's just because I don't want to feel like that's the kind of community I got, is people to throw links like that up in the chat and just make sure everything's nice and clean. Strictly Pokemon content, all that stuff. I know you mean well. No worries. No worries. Other than that, I'd say I'm going to get probably 6 more encounters in, maybe 7 more encounters. And then that probably should be it. But absolutely, for a Monday night stream, that was amazing. You guys, like I say, absolutely great discussions. That's kind of the way I like things, is just a good discussion over a shiny hunt. And eventually, I don't know, I guess I'm not much of a yeller or a screamer, but who knows, my first shiny actually on a live stream, I might just knock the mic over and scream. Who knows? Until that happens, I don't really overreact too hard, but again, never had a live shiny before, so who knows. But the discussion part is great. Everything looks good. Like I say, I really hope everything sounds good. That's gonna wreck my night if I find out that it was sounding funny in any way for any reason. But otherwise, when's the next stream? I'm not sure, actually. I've got a few things I got to take care of this week. I know that I was talking about a Friday night Smash. I think yourself and Raikage both thought that was a really cool idea. It was Friday night Smash. Maybe. That could be one thing I do. I'm not really sure. Unfortunately, I wish I had a stream schedule. My work schedule does not really permit me to be able to know exactly when streams can happen and things like that. And I don't really like scheduling streams because if I schedule them and I can't commit to them, that just looks bad. It's kind of like promising something I can't keep the promise on. But I will let you guys know. Now, here's a small caveat too. I don't have a community tab because for some reason YouTube thinks it's a good idea to make you self-promote yourself all the way to the 1K mark before you get that community tab. And I know most people, or some people, will go over to like other media like Twitter, but nonetheless, I usually do like to post updates on my discussions tab because even though it seems like YouTube is probably going to obsolete that tab any minute, it seems like, I do put stuff in discussions. So I may start using discussions as my stream announcement, like, hey, I'm thinking of streaming Friday, you know, something like that. So I would watch that if you're curious about when the next stream is. That's probably the only place I can post it where it'll stay and not get buried by tweets on Twitter or any of that stuff. Oh, you lost Splatoon 2? Oh man, that's terrible. That game is awesome. My sympathies for that. I kept Splatoon 2 in the plastic for quite some time before I opened it. It was a gift from a dear friend, and I just left it in the plastic. And then when I finally opened it, I was instantly drawn in, and I think I played like 4 hours the night before Splatfest, followed by a 5-hour Splatfest stream, which was, before that was about 3 hours of getting ready for Splatfest in terms of leveling, and then before that was playing it because I thought my computer wasn't going to work with me, so I just decided I'm going to be a part of Splatfest one way or the other. So basically, like in 2 days, 10 hours. Certainly hope you can find it. Plus, I'd love to play it with you. Alright, we've got 3 minutes, according to what I said. I got 3 minutes left to try and find this. Articuno, you got 3 minutes to play nice. That would be the ultimate way to end off this stream, especially considering that I was on the fence about streaming at all. The ultimate way to finish this would be that the Articuno pops up right at the end here. Good thing that things always work out like that, right? Alright, Articuno, I think I'm down to 3 encounters. This is one of them. This is one of them. Come on. Nope. Oh, these full odds. They're as forgiving as all time, huh? The more things change, the more they stay the same. Not gonna give me any leadway. Like I say, that Dialga that I constantly post around Twitter, I probably post that too much, but that shiny Dialga was like 800 encounters, somewhere on there. It's hard because I don't keep track of encounters anymore. I just find it tedious. Although I guess, you know, for a shiny stream, that's kind of expected. People want a tachometer there of how many encounters I'm on, so that may or may not become a thing. Who knows? But it just got tedious to me to keep track of how many encounters I was on, so I would just go until I find it. Can't wait to see the movie Detective Pikachu, but still have to wait 2 weeks. Yeah, isn't it crazy? It's coming out in 2 weeks. Summer's here, winter's gone, all the good stuff. But it just seems like it was very recently that they announced the movie, and it seemed like there were definitely mixed reactions about the whole thing. At first, it was like, I don't think people liked what they saw necessarily. Well, no, it feels like people definitely liked it or at least reacted to it. Then the second trailer drew people in that they loved Detective Pikachu, and that started the hype. And honestly, it was almost like a minor case of what happened with the Aladdin live action. They saw the first genie in the first trailer. People didn't like Aladdin. Then I saw the second trailer, and that completely changed everybody's opinion, or the majority of people. Alright, I'm going to call it. I'm going to do 2 more encounters. This is one of them right here. Nope. Alright, last encounter. And while I get the last encounter ready, I just go through and thank you guys. 19 likes. I really appreciate that. That tells me that you guys enjoyed it. You had fun. And that I'm doing something fun instead of what I think in my mind I perceive as low quality or I don't really know what I'm doing type of thing. I had fun. I had discussions with everybody. 2 raids. I had my friends here. I have new friends. I talked with some hardcore Pokemon fans. I talked with some casual people that had great conversations. It was just a mix of everything, and it was great. So I really appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sorry that I don't have a good schedule. Let's see, I'm worried when we make plans. Yeah, I understand that. I try not to commit to too much half the time because too much stuff happens to ruin plans. That's kind of why I guess I don't commit enough on streams. So, but this will be the final encounter, and then I'm going to head off for the night. Thank you for showing up. I really appreciate that. I should pass the raid love on, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we have enough people to do a full-on raid. By the way, that's every time I do the final encounter, I do the full cutscene. Here we go, here we go, here we go. You know, for just a moment, I think my heart skipped a beat. Don't ask why, but for just a moment, I think I actually did feel like maybe that was shiny. I don't know why. It just, like, you know, it built up the hype there. That would have been awesome if it was. I really wish I had something like that where it'd be like, you know, the last encounter and bam, it's shiny. Nonetheless, it's been a good night, guys. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it and had a great talk with everybody. Happy 12 years to Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Here's to hoping we get some awesome remakes of those Sinnoh games so I can relive all of that again. And so that newcomers can also, to the Pokemon franchise, relive the greatness that was Gen 4. But, like I say, I find that every gen is great in its own way, and they've all been stellar games. So, thank you guys very much. I'm going to call it a night. You guys have a good night yourselves, too. Keep out, look out on, I guess on the discussions tab. That's where I'm going to post when I'm feeling like, hey, a couple days from now I'll do a stream, something like that. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, too. I kind of post stuff there, too. I don't over-tweet. I don't over-retweet. And I don't talk anything politics or super serious topics or anything like that. It's strictly gaming stuff and maybe random stuff like anime, cartoons, stuff like that. That said, I'm going to call it a night. I'll catch you later. Take care.